Hello and welcome. My name is Peace Mitchell and I'm co-founder of Women Changing the World Press. Before I begin today, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners and elders of the land that I live and work on, the people of Mamu country in North Queensland. And I would also like to pay my respects and acknowledge the traditional owners and elders past and present right across Australia and the Torres Strait. Today, I'm so excited to be here talking about our new book, Women Living Fearlessly. This book includes the stories of 25 incredible women from all over the world who share their stories of living fearlessly. And today, I'm so excited to be chatting with one of my very special fellow co-authors, Florence. Florence, please join me on stage.
Thank you for having me.
It's always good to have you, Florence. Now, Florence, for people who haven't met you before, I would love you to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about you and the work that you do.
Okay, my name is Florence Kayungwa. I am the first graduate in both my maternal and paternal family to go to university being funded by Terra Trend International. I am an upcoming journalist reporting climate change, gender, and education in Zimbabwe. I am also a mental health advocate fighting period poverty in rural areas of Zimbabwe, where 2 in every 5 girls miss 5 or more days of school due to period poverty. So we teach girls to sew their own reusable pads using available materials and also to teach them to break barriers associated with menstruation.
You're so incredible, Florence, and I'm just so honored to be sharing your story in this book. You are just such an inspiration, and yeah, I love talking with you. So your chapter is called The Bold and Beautiful. Can you tell us about this title and why you chose this title for your story?
Okay, so the title is called The Bold and Beautiful because I believe that beauty is not about physical appearance, but it's all about being bold and fearless. So whenever people see someone who is bold, they think that there's certain stereotypes that are associated with bold, especially in my region or in African region. So I just wanted people to know that you can be bold at the same time being beautiful without being affected or without being associated with certain things that people think that someone who's bold is into.
Yeah, I love that. What a powerful title. So, in your chapter, you say, growing up in a marginalized community, I saw firsthand and experienced the devastating impact of the shortage of resources. I missed school and watched as friends dropped out, succumbing to poverty, teenage pregnancy, and hopelessness. So, this is such a difficult experience, but it's something that's happening to lots of girls in rural Zimbabwe. Can you tell us about your experience of this?
Okay, so as somebody who lost their parents at an earlier age, because I lost my parents when I was just 6 years. So you find out that in most cases, we all want to pursue our education because we believe that education is one of the keys to success. But due to shortage of resources, we are limited to pursue that education. At the end of the day, uh, people end up getting married at an earlier age, which would promote dependent syndrome among girls. Um, so I witnessed that. For example, personally, I suffered period poverty. I skipped 1 year of school because I couldn't afford resources to manage my periods. So it's one of the experiences that I faced, and I want to change that.
Mm, that's really sad to miss a whole year of school because you just simply couldn't afford yeah, the to pay for things. So yeah, it's devastating, Florence. And I love that you're now taking action to change that so that other girls aren't facing that same challenge that you went through. In your chapter, you say, my message is clear. Let girls learn. Every child deserves access to quality education, regardless of their zip code or socioeconomic status. Tell us more about this, Florence.
Okay, like I have highlighted that the one of the keys to success is education. So where I come from, that is my village, that is in Africa and in rural Zimbabwe, people do not prioritize education. So what I want to advocate for, or what I'm advocating for, is to have girls have access to education, because we all know that educated girls are more likely to make informed decisions. And it's also one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 6, which promotes uh, access to education for all without being hindered by where I come from, without being hindered by my zip code. So I think that the message is clear. Girls should be allowed to go back to school rather than to choose between education and your period.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, they do. Everyone deserves access to education. Now, Florence, you were very fortunate to be supported by Tara Trent International, and I'm very proud to be the chair of Tara Trent International and support Dr. Tara Trent in her vision to provide education for children in rural Zimbabwe. And the work you were doing is inspired by Tara, and it's quite remarkable. However, not everyone is supportive of you and your work. And I found this really sad to see that some people say, when are you going to quit? And they're not supporting this incredible work that you're doing and the change that you are driving for. Can you tell us more about people not being supportive and whether that, has slowed you down at all?
Okay, so in my community, people do not accept the idea of a woman want to start something, or a woman wants to stand up for something. They think that that's not what good women do, or that's not what good girls do, because they feel that
Mhm.
as a woman, your role is in the kitchen. You just have to know how to cook, know how to take care of kids, know how to maybe relate with the community. But my role is not only in the kitchen. I can even do other things. I can start an enterprise. I can start a business. I can venture into so many things. So people usually ask me, when are you going to quit? Because they don't think that being an advocate or standing up for something, or sharing your mind or the path you have chose for yourself, they don't believe that is something that good girls do. So at the end of the day, you end up at the receiving end, whereby people are just saying things about you, and sometimes it's difficult to second guess yourself, because you'll be thinking that, oh my goodness, is this the correct way to do, or can I pursue with this path that I have chosen for myself? Because the community is all against you, but all thanks to the powerful women and some of them amazing women that I have met. They taught me that, you know what, we all face this, but we keep on going, because you have to stand your ground and believe in what you want to achieve in this life. In this case, which is to turn pain into opportunities for others, so that they won't face the same fate that I felt.
I love it so much, Florence. And I know that there must be so many young girls in your village, in your community who you're supporting and helping, who look up to you and are so inspired by what you're doing. And I know that by you standing up to those people who are telling you you shouldn't be doing this, that those girls are seeing that and they're thinking, okay, when I grow up, I want to be like Florence. I want to do what she does. I want to have a voice and make a difference. So there's a quote from your chapter. You say, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter what society thinks about your dreams. Can you tell us more about this, Florence?
Okay, so we have to believe in our dream. As an individual, you own your dream, and in most cases, never ever allow people to tell you who you are, but you are supposed to be the one telling them who you are. So as a young girl, and as a woman who is who grew up in rural areas and trying to pursue my dreams. I feel that people do not have to tell me who I am, but I am the one who's supposed to tell them who I am, what I believe in, and I have to stand my ground so that I'll achieve whatever I want to achieve.
Yes, 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 yes. I love it. I love it. It's so true. We have to believe in our own dreams. We can't let other people determine what our dreams are going to be. Well, thank you so much, Florence, for being here and chatting with me today. Thank you so much for your chapter in Women Living Fearlessly. And thank you for the work that you're doing in inspiring other girls to take control of their education and their future as well. It's been so wonderful
Thank you for
chatting with you.
having me. Thank
Ah,
you for
you're
having
very
me.
welcome. You're always so welcome, Florence. Well, that
Yeah.
concludes our session today. Make sure you grab a copy of Women Living Fearlessly. You can grab it at wcwpress.com. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again soon. Thanks, Florence. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.